Hi YouTube, it's me, Alacia. Um, I just wanted to bring another little video about my health update and also share with you that I have been improving a little bit. Just what positive things have been going on and what my struggles have been. I'm sorry about my video camera, it's a little blurry right now. I guess I'm not sure what's going on. I could try to get better lighting. Let's see here. But basically, yeah, I'm also known as Creative Mom. I normally do videos on like the, crafts and stuff. I guess I can also show you my art table. And this is my little glow light I got. I'm growing plants up here. They don't like that light. But I did like a completely like an art table back here. And it's a little bit hard to see. Or maybe I can point the light down this way. Let's see. There you can see it a little bit better. And I have some art that I had been working on, but I'll show you that another time. But basically, so if you saw my other video, this is basically part 2 of like the low histamine diet I've been trying since I got anaphylactic. And basically, I just wanted to let you know that the positives have been that I have been able to eat at this point. The things that have agreed with me are kale, red kale and regular kale. I've been doing all organic, of course, because at this point I'm so sensitive to everything, chemicals, medication, everything. It's really like an unsafe situation for me to not go organic at this point. And basically I have been able to do cabbage, and also lentils. Just the green ones, not like split peas, but just organic lentils. Um, and I'm going to try some other stuff, but I haven't done that yet. But I bought it, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm gonna see how that goes. Basically potatoes. I've been eating like at least one potato a day, and a good amount of kale, like a half a bunch at least to a whole bunch throughout the day. Which I know it seems like a lot, but since I don't eat meat and I can't tolerate any gluten, soy, or wheat at this point, I was doing quick oats and low brown sugar, but I really have not been feeling that. And it bothers me, not a lot, but enough to where it's like I'm just not feeling it. So, and all the things that I have been able to, and it's been about almost, I would say, it's been exactly 4 weeks tomorrow since I had this anaphylaxis, or since I got ill. And basically, it's been a struggle. It's been off and on. I also have been driving a little bit because I have not been able to drive. This last week I've been able to drive some, just a little, and just being more comfortable driving on my own. But of course, like I have a hard time when I know I'm not going to a local place where there's things around. But also, basically it's just been up and down. I don't really have anxiety, but the things that trigger it I notice, which is my dysphagia, which is when your throat doesn't swallow, is like when I have fear for some reason. But it has to be like extreme fear. But otherwise, like anxiety doesn't trigger it. It's pretty much used to. It just depends from day to day. Sometimes I'll wake up with the symptoms, and they're of different range, of different symptoms. Sometimes I used to get like a head fog, like a runny nose, which is weird, like allergy symptoms. Sometimes a little congestion, but like no cough or anything like that. Or my ears would hurt, they get extreme painful, they get plugged, they just like, I'll wake up like that, and then I know like I'm having some sort of reaction. It's not as much, but it's just like random stuff. But I always know when my ears start hurting super bad, then it's like, kind of like I'm on the line of like it could go to my throat, so I have to be careful. I've been eating just like little bites of things and working my way up to eating a good amount. I basically, you know, over the weekend when Jason, he went back to work this last week, the beginning of like the week, and that was very difficult. I couldn't eat all day, and for those who don't know, Jason is my husband, and he was pretty much taking care of me up until this point, or just doing most of the things that I couldn't do, which I normally do a lot of stuff. And if you guys know me, I'm very active. I like constantly like gardening, landscaping, doing things with my kids. Like, I have a lot of energy normally, so this was a big shock. But basically, as far as the eating, though, I mean, it took me up to 3 hours that night when he got back to eat something because I was so hungry. And that's another thing, is like, I've been getting kind of hangry, which is like angry from being hungry. But now I've been trying to make sure that I have enough in my stomach throughout the day, as long as I can tolerate it. I don't try new food when he's gone. It's too much of a risk, and I also have to manage my stress level when I have the kids to make sure things don't get out of hand, since I'm on my own at this point. Also, I mean, I think that I'm also allergic to processed food. I don't eat any processed food, but I do miss things like cream of wheat and just certain things. Like, I make good meals for my family still. Like, I made my husband a beef stew. The things that I notice that I can't tolerate are carrots, coconut water. Definitely not going to try coconut milk at this point, because I read on some sites that it says that it does have high histamine. Tomatoes, anything acidy at this point. I tried a Brussels sprout, and I just, like, it was really bad situation for me, so I will not going to do that again. But I also tried cauliflower. That didn't go well. And let's see, rice has been iffy. Like, I thought I could do basmati rice, and it did. Every time I do it, it's just like not jiving with me, so I'm like, forget that. I just finally discontinued the rice. I mean, I still try. Oh, one good thing was I tried black beans this week, and it did go well. Except for those beans, I soaked them overnight, and it took forever, y'all, to soften those things up. But I was cooking them things for like, I don't know, like 2, 3 days. I'm like, what the excuse my language. But yeah, that's how real it is, because when I'm making everything from scratch, like, I don't do any canned food, because I read that this could have been triggered also by like a hormonal issue, and I was on a birth control patch that is transdermal, which is like stronger than normal. So I am getting checked out. Another thing is, like, I'm still waiting to see like 4 or 5 other doctors, just to see like what's going on. I have autoimmune disease. I need blood work to see if that's better. I'm still undetermined whether I need to go see an endocrinologist, because my thyroid got whacked out. But a lot of it was drug induced, and now that medicine is out of my system, the medicine I had allergic reaction to, it's like basically I've just been doing much better. I have been taking the acid reflux medication, which is Prilosec, which I was comfortable with because I had been taking that in the past. I've never had too many issues. Excuse me, I have a little acid gas right now. So, but like overall, like right now, like my ears are kind of tripping, but like I feel like I'm used to kind of knowing like what's going on with me, so it's not so much scary or panic. I normally can tell right away, like, if things are getting strong, if I can feel it in my throat right away, all this, and then it's just like, I just try to stay away from those things if I can. I'm not comfortable with dairy at this point, but I did buy some just for dietary needs. I do know, because I have lactose intolerance, um, I did buy some ghee butter, because I do need to get some essential fats in my system, like, and just like I hope at some point I can start to take supplements again, or for vitamins and stuff. But like, it's like I said, it's really iffy. I mean, I did share with you guys in my last video, I did lose a lot of weight, and I'm gonna find out exactly how much weight I lost. I think tomorrow my husband's gonna take me to the lab, and I'm just getting totally worked up on every front, just so I know like what's going on. I do feel like I wanted to get a CT scan, but just to see, just to make sure we're not missing anything, because it is kind of like unconfirmed or diagnosis as far as like what caused it, and because it's not really any particular trigger. It used to be triggered by sound, sight, smell, taste, and which is really weird, but like also at that point, I mean, I'm just going by what I figured out on my own. So I don't want to keep this video going too long, but I just wanted to share the basic things that I've been dealing with. I have been doing a lot of physical things just so I can see what my limits are, what I'm capable of doing, what I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not, like, I mean, it's like I'm not working at this point because I'm clearly not well enough, and I do not know what's going on with me. And since I could have anaphylaxis anytime, it doesn't, and since we don't really know, the triggers are so random, like, I just feel like at this point, until I find out what's really happening, I don't feel medically safe to drive, really. Probably shouldn't be driving at all, but because I do have kids and I have to function,